Hi guys, in this video we're going to take a look at the Pi transfer, Pi browser, and how to get ready for KYC. Stay tuned. I'm going to log into the Pi browser. From the Pi browser, I click on Mine, which brings me to here, and from here I'm going to go straight to transfers. As you can see on the screen, you will notice some couple of transfers that have been done to my Pi app, to my account. These transfers are actually real, and I'm going to demonstrate to you how I got one of the transfers paid into my account. Okay, so I'm going to demonstrate that to you now. You can notice I've been transferred different figures from 0.5 pi to 5.04 pi to 0.001 pi. I go to the menu and I click on Pi Utilities. It brings me to the page where you see the chat, brainstorm, and Fever IQ. So I click on Fever IQ. Now on Fever IQ, all you're requested to do is to give your status about COVID-19. All right. So when you click here, you click on the birth year. It really doesn't matter, but it would be nice to give some accurate information about your birth year. So I'm just going to put 1977. Sex, I'll select male. I scroll down a bit. If I wear eyeglasses regularly and I say yes, I'll scroll down again. These are the symptoms for COVID-19. If you have any of them, you check. And then the next question says if I have done the test, which I have not. So I come down to where it says have I been vaccinated? The answer is no. I come down if I have any symptoms and I say no. Now immediately I click that, you notice that it says submit for 0.001 pi. I do that and it takes me to the page here. Right here is going to ask me to give access to location. I click on OK. After I click OK, it's going to ask me to give permission for my location to be activated, and I'll say yes. If you notice at the top screen, it says Fever IQ sent you 0.001 pi. I need you to take note of the date and the time at which this transaction was done. On this, you can actually also give a donation. Now to continue, the location is activated. Once the location is activated, what happens, it pinpoints your exact location and cross-checks with if there are any COVID-related cases around you. So when you scroll down, you will notice the map. You'll notice the map showing your location. Now go back to welcome screen. Now I'm going to look at my mine, and then I take you to transfer. Let's check if the transfer I just did now was done. If you look at the transfer history at the very top, it says May 4th, 11:09 p.m. 0.001 pi was transferred to me. So to confirm this, I'm going to cross-check it with the Pi app, because I'm looking at it from the Pi browser. So I go on to the Pi app, I click on transfers, I log in, and it's still the same. It's showing the same transaction. And also you could see the other related transactions I showed you from my Pi browser. They're all similar and they're all the same. And let's go back to Pi browser. I click on home. Now I'm going to show you how to actually be relevant. I click on mine. Now I'm going to actually show you how you could possibly get ready for the KYC. So when it's ready, you are picked up, or or you stand a chance of being selected as the first to get it. So let's go to the Pi app now. In the Pi app, you are expected to you're expected to be active and relevant within your Pi app. The mistakes a lot of us make is we just concentrate on clicking every day. It doesn't end there. For instance, at the home screen, you see that the core team has created a Telegram channel for announcements. So the best thing to do is to just follow up. Now, if I click on earnings, you will notice it shows me the list of everybody who are mining under me. The green ones indicate the active miners, and the ones without any symbol in front indicates that they are inactive. I can actually check for all active by just clicking here and then selecting only active. It shows me everybody who is active under me. So this is one way to actually select only active members to see who is mining and who is not mining. Okay, so let's take it back to default. Now, to send a notification to those who are not mining on your list, all you need to do is click on ping inactive and the message pops up to remind. Because I initially clicked on ping inactive, so it's going to give me an error message that says you have already pinged inactive members of your earning team recently. You must wait 14 hours. The deal is that once you ping them, you wait for 24 hours before you could do any other thing. Okay. So we'll click that out and continue. Now the next thing you need to pay attention again to is your profile. I click on profile. When you come to profile, you'll see that I have my phone number verified, I have my Facebook verification done, and my password is correct and protected. Now there's something you need to pay attention to, which is the received reactions. This simply shows your engagement in the Pi chat room and other relevant announcements that the core team has been making. Let me show you how to do this. These are the three main ways you can actually earn more Pi, and we are all familiar with this, but I'll take a little bit of time to explain it. First one is pioneer. It simply means immediately you start mining, you become a pioneer. Now, for those of us who keep thinking or who keep asking for when it is time to click again, if you look directly under pioneer, you find the exact time that is remaining for you to click the button again. Contributor means when you have mined consecutively for 3 days, the contributor option opens up. This allows you to set your security circle, and the minimum you have to set up in your security circle are 5 people. The ambassador, when you invite someone to join your team, automatically the ambassador option opens up, and all this joined together increases the rate at which you mine. Now the next thing you need to do, like I said, is to actually be very active. It doesn't just end at you clicking a button and going away from it. Now if I click on the chat menu, you will find a lot of chat. Don't worry, I have more chats than you do, simply because I'm a node, so I have more of the chat platforms appear on mine than on yours, but it's practically the same thing. Now I'll give an example of how this works. If you click on the announcement, for instance, you will notice that the thumbs up in each of the statements have different numbers on it, and the thumbs down. Those are the people who have actually given it a thumbs up or thumbs down, and this records as your activeness on the app. So let me show you an example. I'll pick one of the comments. I'll click on it, thumbs up. You will notice that the color changes. I'll click on another one. You notice the color changed. There you go. And so on and so forth. So at every point in time that you give a thumbs up, it counts for you. So when you also make contributions in the chat room, and people either thumb up your comments or thumb down your comments, it also counts for you. This tells the app in return, telling the core team that you are actually active with your app. This will put you in forefront of being selected for the KYC. Now let's move back to the official page. Let's talk about the security circle. Now when you click on security circle, it displays the number of people you have listed on your security circle. Now let me remind you to be careful of the people you add to your security circle. Not that you don't know them, but these are going to be the people that you most trust. The reason is simple. In the coming future, the core team has designed the app in a way that if you lose your password to your app, a message of verification will be sent to those in your security circle to identify you. So once they identify you, your password will be reset. So let's go back. Over here, you'll see the list I have for those I've put on my security list. You can equally delete them and add some more, or you add more to your security circle. Now the minimum you can add to your security circle is 5, and the maximum is endless. But remember, it has to be people you trust. Now let me give you an example of how to add. If you look at the screen, you will see those marked in green check means that I've added the person to my security circle, while the other ones will have an add button next to it, which means I can add them to my security circle. Also, I need to notice the question mark in front of all those names simply means that their numbers, their phone numbers, are unverified. If you have a means to send messages to them, you can actually encourage them to verify their phone numbers. So I've got a lot of people on this list that have not verified their phone numbers, and they need to verify their phone numbers for KYC purposes. Now the green ones indicate those that I have included in my security circle. Like I said, those that can actually verify you if there are issues with your password to the app. Now we'll go back. You can also add from contacts. Now the next thing you should do to be relevant in terms of KYC is to actually follow the instructions given to you. So let's follow on Telegram. Click on that and it brings you here. I've already joined, and over 1 million people are already subscribers to the Telegram network. Remember, this further increases your chances for the KYC. So let's go back. The next thing you do is you come down to the bottom part of the menu. You will find the social channels for Pi Network. It's recommended that you join at least 1 or 2 of them. So I clicked on Twitter and I follow Pi Network on Twitter. I activated the bell so that once any news is dropped, I'll see the announcement. It is important to at least select 1 or all of the social networks to follow. Now let's go back to the browser. Now I'm going to show you technically what the browser can do. A lot of us don't actually know that the Pi browser is actually a browser. So let's try something out. I'm going to clean that out and type in minepi.com. So this should take us to the official website. I know a lot of you would say obviously it will come up because they designed the browser. So let's take it one more notch. Let's go to yahoo.com. There you go. So basically, the Pi browser is similar to your normal browser. So the whole game plan for this is you can actually do your activities and also browse the internet from the same platform. For me, that's really cool. Now let's take a look at YouTube. So you now understand that it's actually your normal browser. Things to take home with is you should understand that first of all, the browser is there for you to interact with your wallet. The browser is there for you to interact with your app, and also the browser is there for you to browse the internet and interact with other web pages. There's a little bit of snack that I've noticed. I just googled for something and it came up. I typed in a word and it showed up. I typed in Google and it showed up. Just take a look at this. I'm typing in Pi wallet and it's showing up. Now I noticed that when I search for words, it gives me the results from Google. But when I go directly to Google website, it loads Google website front page. But when I search for a word from that front page, it does not load any results. I thought this was a mistake. I typed in CNN to search for CNN Live. It didn't come up. I typed in Pi Network. It didn't come up. Guys, you can try this at home. You can try this with your app. I tried in Pi. It didn't come up. So I thought I was doing something wrong. Okay. So I tried one more time. Pi value. It didn't come up. So what I did was, instead of searching from the Google box, I went to the address bar and I searched directly from the address bar. I typed in Pi value and it came up. So it actually gave me a result. It actually gave me a result, picking the result directly from Google. But when I do it directly from Google website, it doesn't come up. I think the core team should take a look at this. This is something I noticed, and I think it's something to look into so that they can correct the error. Thanks for watching the video. If you have not subscribed, do me a favor, help the channel, subscribe, click the notification button to get notified when I release new videos. Until next time, keep mining.